and welcome to another episode of Raman Reasons. We all are eagerly awaiting the outcome of the Edgbaston Test match, aren't we? Because India is in a great position of strength, and this Test match has all been about gorgeous Gill, who's been fantastic in amassing runs by the tons, and he's broken quite a few records in this Test match by virtue of getting a double and following it up with a Test century in the second innings. He's been magnificent. He's got in excess of 400 runs and he's been on top of his game. The first innings obviously was a role model of just about everything. The second one was just to reconfirm that he's embraced the responsibility of captaincy like a fish takes to water. Unbelievable stuff, isn't it? When the Indian team embarked after he was nominated as captain to England, the questions came thick and fast. Will it affect his batting? He is still yet to prove himself in England. Will he get runs? Will the additional responsibility of captaincy affect his batting? What will he do? He's got an inexperienced attack. There are a lot of questions posed, but such is sport. And Shubman Gill has answered all the questions brilliantly, especially as a batter. He's got 100 in the first test as captain, and then he's followed up with a double and 100 again. What a purple patch he is having. As far as bowling attack is concerned, there was still a lot of doubts even at the start of the second test match. Yes, a lot of discussions were made as to the combination that was picked in the playing 11. But what has happened is that the batting of India has allowed the bowlers to bowl with a lot of freedom and confidence, and the medium pace duo of Siraj and Akashdeep just blew away the England batting lineup. Of course, there was a huge partnership between Harry Brook and Jamie Smith. Apart from that, they had the ignominy of 6 ducks in an innings, which is perhaps one of the innings where so many ducks have been scored by a side. Siraj and Akashdeep have been magnificent, and they got a lot of work to do on the final day as well. Now let's look at what Shubman Gill has done in this test match. He's anchored the innings in the first innings, and then in the second innings he's ensured that he held the innings together and he took his side to safety first and then to an unassailable position. And his big 100 in the second innings has helped India set a huge target to England. They need 608 to win this test match, but that looks highly impossible as things stand now because they lost 3 quick wickets on the fourth evening. But Shubman Gill showed great temperament as a batter, and he obviously helped his colleagues to play around him and ensure that India were always ahead in this game as far as putting runs on the board is concerned. The declaration was obviously eagerly awaited, but Gill was in no hurry. He took his time and he first ensured that the game was completely gone as far as England were concerned. But you never know in cricket. We've seen strange things happen, but his bowlers once again bowled brilliantly enough towards the later part of day 4. They picked up 3 wickets, and he would be feeling, Gill obviously would be feeling that he's on the cusp of writing a new chapter in Indian cricket as far as Edgbaston, the venue, is concerned. In fact, his side will create history if they win the test match on the final day, and everybody will be hoping that they're going to complete the job tomorrow without any hassles. But you cannot rule out the England side because they've been playing some aggressive cricket in the recent past, and that has caused a discomfort or to the opposition sides from a position of vulnerability. However, it's a tall order, and the way this young side has been on the field has been magnificent. Akashdeep, obviously coming into the side in place of Bumrah, has proved to be a fantastic bowler for Team India. He started off the second innings brilliantly as well, picking up 2 wickets, and the lengths at which he's bowled has been magnificent. This can only be done by somebody who puts in the hard yards in first class cricket. And that's one of the reasons why former cricketers like me always talk about youngsters playing at least about 2 3 seasons of first class cricket. What it does to them is that it makes them go through situations wherein they find conditions absolutely challenging for them, and they have to find ways and means to overcome challenges in first class cricket. It's just a question of knowing what to do. It's a question of gaining the confidence that they can overcome challenges that can be put to use in international cricket. And that's the reason why we talk about the apprenticeship that every cricketer needs to put in before they're drafted into the international circuit. Akashdeep has done extraordinarily well in the company of Mukesh Kumar, and this duo does wonders for Bengal, picking up wickets by the buckets season after season. They have been the backbone for the Bengal attack, and Akashdeep will be delighted that he's made use of the opportunity he's got on a flat track and under conditions which have been highly conducive to the batters. Siraj, I had mentioned at the start of the season in one of the videos that he's a captain's delight because he's one who would bowl each and every delivery with the same kind of effort. It doesn't matter whether it's ball number one or if it's the 25th over at the fag end of the day. There'll be no dearth of effort from that man. He'll come in hard, he'll bang it in hard, and he'll look to pick up a wicket each and every time he runs into ball. He ended up with a 6 for, which was a terrific performance, and it was great to see these two battle so hard under extremely difficult conditions and on a good pitch to get a big lead for Team India. However, they are yet to complete the job for India and they will be needed to do it tomorrow. But I, for one, believe that it's not just the two medium paces or even Prasidh Krishna for that matter that need to do the job on the final day. I have a feeling that the spinners will have a big role to play as well because the surface is very dry. We saw Bashir make the ball deviate quite a bit of the surface, and therefore Jadeja and Washington Sundar will have some role to play, if not a major role, because there is a bit of turn available for the spinners on this Edgbaston surface, and on the final day they will be able to gain some purchase if they bowl at the right speeds. Okay, what is there on the cards for Shubman Gill, the captain? He's got a chance of winning a test match at Edgbaston, which has never been done before by Team India. And then he's got a chance of leveling the series immediately after losing the first test, which puts him in a great position to go hard at the Englishman in the remaining 3 test matches. He'll, of course, bring back Bumrah into the side, and if the middle order settles down, then I think Shubman Gill will seriously pose quite a lot of problems for the Englishmen. England obviously have a lot of work to do, and their ability to play out overs or play out a day will be tested because they are really good when they are going for a target, when they are looking to overall a target. But the target that's set by India is fairly huge, and even if they go at around 6 and over right through the day, which is highly improbable in a test match on a final day, especially with the pitch providing some turn. I think it's going to be a difficult task for them. They'll be left to try and save the test match rather than have any realistic chance of overhauling the target set by Team India. Team India bowlers, on the other hand, need to be disciplined. They've been extraordinary so far in this test match, and they need to keep their temperament going. That will be the test tomorrow for the Indian bowlers. They need to be temperamentally good, they need to be disciplined, and they should not indulge in trying too hard and bowling all over the shop. So their discipline will be tested. If they can keep the discipline going and if they can continue with the kind of lengths that they have bowled so far in this test match, I'm sure they will finish the job with a lot of time to spare. I'm excited. I'm sure all of you will be excited to see the young captain level this series, and that too at a venue where India has never won before. So there's a lot to celebrate if Team India goes on to win the Test match tomorrow. I'm fairly confident that we will have a lot to celebrate once the boys take the field tomorrow and complete the job that they need to at Edgbaston. I will be back with another video very soon, and hopefully, I have a lot to celebrate along with all of you. And until then, be good and take care.